So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Spiritual Center, Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. And I just wanted to affirm that we have the power to choose how we spend our days. And joy and love and life and fun are a choice.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody's fingers are crossed about this, right? That we know it's going to work. We know it's going to work. Brand new song. Well, it's not brand new, but it's new to us. I haven't sung it with you before. Affirming that choice. It goes like this. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Now you'll pretty much how it goes. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Here we go. Love, love, love. I choose it. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. We are that love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. Just let it go. Peace, peace, peace. I said it, peace, peace, peace. I left it, peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Sing it now. Joy, joy, joy. I choose it. Joy, joy, joy. Let's lift it, joy, joy, joy. Here's a little chant for you. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start that day with love. I start that day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet. I feel better already. Thank you guys. Yeah, very good song. You guys got that. One of the things I love the way they're doing is singing. And I do believe it is a choice to get out there and sing our song in this world. So I just invite you to sing with me. Have faith. There he is. You might even recognize that. That player there. Do you recognize that? Yeah. Did you hear that guy? Yeah, we do. Thank you, Dave. Sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing of happy, not sad. You are the news, you know. Sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Oh, here we go, right? La 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 la. Sing a song. Let the world sing along. Sing of love that you see. Sing for you and for me. Sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Just sing a song. Just sing a song.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Is this thing? Can you turn me up a little? I want. Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. And it's so great to see everybody here this morning. There's a rumor that next week we may see more of you. At least more of your faces, right? That's the rumor, boy. Been a long, cold, lonely winter, hasn't it? That's an old Cinderella song, but I do digress. Welcome. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. And we are going to start with what we start every Sunday morning with, which is our vision mission statement, which says, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. I know you have a lot of places that you can be on Sunday morning, but you found yourself here, and this is the place to be. You know why? Because you're here, and because we're here. And I'm going to invite up Paula Peterson, our board president, our practitioner, and she's got some wonderful news for us. And come on up, Paula. Let's hear it for Paula.
Well, that was fun. Oh, good.
I think it's gonna be next week.
Yes.
I'm so ready. Reverend Steve stole my thunder. That was the first thing I was gonna start with. That's just quite all right. As your board president, I just wanted to direct you to that board over there. There's a board that has our minutes. And I just recently posted December and January. So if you're interested what happens in the board meeting, our financial statement, Reverend Steve's, his portion of that meeting, it's all up there and we're always a month behind. But I just wanted to let you know that it's posted, and just in case you didn't know. I don't know. Also, yay, we've got another game night coming up, and I know this one is going to be adventuresome also. Maybe in a different way. But it's gonna happen March 25th, which is a Friday, and starts at 6:30, and it's just gonna be a whole lot of fun. We are gonna continue having our fundraising meetings. And the Sunday after that, which is March 27th, we'll have another fundraising meeting right here in the sanctuary like we normally do. It'll start at noon. And we're going to be discussing upcoming events like dinner and a movie, and also our spring fair that we're going to be discussing. So come join the fun. It is a lot of fun. We have Wendy Orsat in charge of collecting for our raffles. So if you know someone in the community, say you have a favorite restaurant that you like, or a favorite vendor or a craftsman that makes wonderful stuff, contact them and see if they would like to be part of our raffle. We'll be raffling off things. Wendy Orsat raffled off a numerology reading, which I really wanted to win, but I didn't, so I'll have to just keep my list. Yeah, Linda won. Okay, so that's all with our fundraising committee and our event. Now there is, I'm going to be offering a new class. It's called Revealing Wholeness. So it's never been taught here before. It is a new class through CSL, and it would be, if you are interested in becoming a practitioner, it would be a class on your path. For doing that. It's called Revealing Wholeness. And we're going to be using 2 books, Mind Over Medicine, and also excerpts from Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, actually 2 different of his books. And so we're going to be exploring the connection between mind, body, and spirit. But it's all about revealing wholeness and how do we use our mind to influence our body and reveal that full health and vitality that we all want to feel. Originally, it was set for Saturday, which would be starting next Saturday. And the people that are interested, that date doesn't work for them. So things are up in the air and fluctuating. So if you are interested, put your name down, I'll contact you and we will find a date that works for everybody. So, and obviously I'm going to be the teacher on that. And it is a 7-week class. Let's see, and also our metaphysical book study has resumed. In the morning, it meets at 9 a.m. to 9:45, and right now it's led by Reverend Steve, and they're studying The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity by Edwin Gates. All right, and now I'm going to turn this over to Trasia, and I'd like you to stand and sing We Are One.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity we shall live in harmony 'cause we are one.
You want to address this back now? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's read our gratitude together.
How grateful I am for the deep joy, fun, laughter, and freedom in my life.
And so it is. I am Deborah Perdue.
And things are popping and falling.
I'm Deborah Perdue, a licensed practitioner here, and it's my joy to be here with you all. I'm going to do something unusual, and that's to welcome back Mary Wirtz. She's come back to us from Alaska. We're so glad. I'm so glad she's back. Let's see. Bucky Dennerlein is our table practitioner, and she's there to help you with prayer requests, to direct you to a practitioner for a short affirmative prayer. And if people, practitioners are available to be in prayer with people, will you raise your hand? Paula, me,
Trajan.
and Tracia, good. So also we have the prayer requests. The blue one, I'm gonna make sure I'm saying it right, is for demonstrations, and that's when a prayer has come to pass. We love to hear about it. And the yellow one is for affirmative prayer requests. And like I said, Bucky could help you if you weren't sure how to fill one out. And please use us, the practitioners. We love to pray with and for you for a week. And that's what happens when you fill out a prayer request. And there's a box there in the table where Bucky is. And also, if you turn it into the offertory basket, we'll get it as well. And I also want to say that Bucky is holding the high watch for us, which means she's just filling the room with love and light and feeling the oneness of God and spreading it around. Thank you, Bucky. It's the first Sunday of the month, so that means it's birthday Sunday here. So if someone has a March birthday, will you please stand, and we want to sing happy birthday to you. Darla?
Yes, sir.
Three of us, you're lucky.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And the flowers today are from Jeanette. They lasted since last week. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Is anyone here for the very first time? If you are, please raise your hand and we have a gift for you. Welcome. And if you have your cell phone turned on, could you please quiet it, mute it, or anything else that might make noise? Let's read the prayer together. Connecting deeply with the divine, I embrace joy. Remembering that life is playful, I let go of too much seriousness and sink into the peace, balance, and freedom in my heart. And so it is. We're gonna sing I Am Love together. You just remain seated as we sing. I am love. love. The love of God is in my life. I am loved. And so, from this wonderful book, which I absolutely adore, The 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, I found a reading on joy, which is the theme of today. So I'm going to read it, and then we'll go into the silence and really meditate on the message from this reading. I tune out all dull, negative ideas and tune in with the sunshine of life, with brightness and laughter, with the joyous presence that is life itself. I know that all the beauty of form around me is the garment of God. I know that that presence that is manifested in my heart and mind is God expressing within the garment of form. As I feel this presence more and more, I hear the song of joy deep within. Always when I am still, I hear the song of life pouring through my consciousness. I have only to listen, for it is always there. With this knowledge, this assurance that that loving presence is always here, closer to me than breathing, nearer than hands and feet, I have nothing to fear. I feel this loving protection around me, and I know that it is a bulwark of strength. I know that it is not only a song of joy, but a song of love and protection. Knowing this, that I am the very essence of good, joy wells up within my heart, and life sings through me in radiant ecstasy. So let's spend a minute or two in the silence together, just feeling that protection and that joy and that peace that is always deep within us. And I'll bring us out when it's time to come back. When you're ready, please open your eyes and stretch a little bit and come back to this room. And so in this radiant ecstasy of joy, I know that this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is blessed this morning and every morning, that we are beacons of light and love together and joy. And I know that this service is absolutely blessed. And so it is. And now it's time for some more special music from Treasure, followed by Reverend Stephen's talk. Thank you.
It's an interesting time to have joy and play as our theme. And I really had to go through a lot of songs to figure out what to share with you today. But I feel like our choice to be joy in this world is impactful. So that's why I chose this. That's not it. There it is. Here we are creating our world as we
What do I want my day to be? I choose. How do I want to feel today? I choose. Who do I want to be today. I choose. I choose. I choose. I choose. I choose. Oh yes, yes, today I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful, grateful today. I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful, grateful today. I choose to be happy, so happy today. I choose to be happy, happy today. I choose to be peaceful, so peaceful today. I choose to be peaceful, peaceful. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, cause it's all up to me. Today, I choose to be loving, so loving today. I choose to be loving, loving today. I choose to be joyful, so joyful today. I choose to be joyful, joyful. It's a big choice today. I choose today. I choose. Here we go. Today, I choose to be playful, so playful today. I choose to be playful, playful. Whatever I choose is how my day's gonna be. I claim what I want, cause it's all up to me. It's all up to me. Ooh, today I choose to be thankful, so thankful today. I choose to be thankful, thankful, I'm grateful today. I choose to be grateful, so grateful today. I choose to be grateful, grateful every day. Grateful, grateful, you know I choose to be grateful, 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 grateful.
Well, let's hear it for Tracia. Well, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
We have a little housekeeping to take care of first. Can you take me down just a little bit? I'm a little squeaky. We do classes here. We have lots of classes constantly going on. And we did a class during COVID that was the Foundations of Science of Mind. And we had 2 students. Yay! And one of those students was in Reno, Nevada. And her name is Miranda Wolf. Let's hear it from Miranda Wolf.
Yay!
And I sent her certificate, but one of the other students is in this room this very day, and her name is Wendy. Where's that? So Wendy, could you come up and present you with our foundation certificate? Thank you for taking a Science of Mind class, and may this be the start of a new trajectory in your life and your experience. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
You know, the best way to get to know other people in this teaching is to take a class. Boy, all of a sudden, you know way too much. But that's why we're here, is to get to know each other and to know how to use these principles. You know, it's one thing to come here and have the experience of, you know, getting to know everybody, and then to put these principles at work in your life can totally change everything. You know, when I came into this teaching and somebody told me, I heard it said from the podium, that whatever you're struggling with, you don't have to live there anymore. I was like, okay, I found something here. I sat close to the door in case they said something weird. I could just slip out, you know. And but I kept moving up. You know, every week I'd move up a little closer until I was, well, here I am. Be careful when you start moving up, because you just don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, it's a very interesting time, and these talks are put out 6 months ahead of time by the home office. I'm going to move this book around so I have one more room left here. And you know, they didn't know what was going to be going on in the world during this time. And it's today's talk is called Playing Twister with God. And it's about fun, and it's about, you know, having fun in life. And it's a very serious time right now in the world, isn't it? There's a lot of things going on that we need to be serious about. But at the same time, we cannot lose the playfulness of God. Because if we truly believe that what we think about, we bring about, and we're only thinking about the challenge, then we are holding the challenge in place. So we need to break away from that. And we need to think about other things. Not to deny that something challenging is going on, but not to give it any more energy. Right? So, March theme is Living Everyday Wonder, and this whole month is on play. Playing Twister with God. Connecting deeply with the divine can sometimes feel like serious work. We can forget that joy and freedom are divine qualities too. What if at the end of the day, we are all just playing Twister with God? Now, for those of you that don't know, that weren't awake, alert, and aware in the 60s, what Twister is this great little physical game that you lay down a mat with all these different little circles of color, and then they have this spinner where you flick the thing and it says left hand blue, right hand red, you know, right foot green. And then, you know, you're in this contorted position, and then some other player gets on and right hand orange, and, you know, whatever. So then you're both, you know, it's a game for people to get close together. I think that's really what it's about, is so that two people can, you know, play a game and be close to one another, something like that. But think about this. Spirit created each one of us to play. Playing is why we're here. And if you don't know it, this is the party planet, okay? This is the party planet. Now, moderation is the key. Don't overdo it. Save yourself for the after party. I learned that quick. Well, I had to go through some things first, but I learned that I need to save myself for the after party, because that's where the real work happens. That's where people really get deep. That's where the real musicians come out and play. You know, it's the party after the party, but you gotta get through the party without overindulging to get to the after. We shouldn't forget that joy and harmony and love and laughter, and if you don't think God doesn't have a sense of humor, oh my lands. I mean, some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I do not write this stuff. I am but a conduit through which the infinite flows. And sometimes I have no idea what's going to happen. So Play is a sacred activity, and it's absolutely necessary for us to be a complete expression of life on this plane of existence. The most everyday of activities, play connects us with the wonder of our creativity. It is the crafting of our life. Do you like doing crafts? We all do. And you know, sometimes we want to, you know, get a booth and sell them, you know, because they're so crafty, right? They're so beautiful. And sometimes it's not that we want to sell them, it's that we want to do more of them. It's in the doing of the craft that we get lost, isn't it? It's in the working with our hands, in the working with the wood. And maybe, you know, wood isn't your thing, but everybody has a thing that's theirs. Some people are musicians. Some people like to crunch numbers. That's their thing. Some people are wordsmiths and they do poetry. Some people are into animals. Huh? Do you ever have an animal take you into the depths of your soul? Hello, there's a connection there. I think all of us have been lost there. And that's a great place to get lost, is in your pets, in just nature itself, in seeing ourselves in nature, and seeing how the circles and the spirals of life connect ourselves into it. And we're part of it. So you're doing an art and craft project by living. You are part of the arts and crafts of nature, believe it or not. So maybe you could look at your life as a craft, you know, as fun, as a work in progress, as it were. Connecting deeply with the divine can feel like heavy work sometimes. Between doing meditation and prayer, contemplation and visioning, and acting the parts of the serious spiritual warrior that you are. Oh my God, it's spiritual, heavy duty stuff, right? Man, if we do not play, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. You don't want to be dull. You want to be sharp as a tack, don't you? Always. We can forget the joy of the divine qualities that we are. See, Spirit is dancing all around us, in and through us, and as us, even in this computer thing. There's something going on here. We haven't quite figured it all out yet, but we're trying. What if at the end of the day, we are all part of the play of God? What if you are a dream that the infinite is having? Wow. I was an event planner for years. Now I plan these Sunday events. And one of the things I came up with was, you are an event God is having. So, how's the catering at your event? How's the entertainment at your event? How are the finances going in your event? If you can see it like that you are the minister, you truly are a minister, just like I am, of your life. You decide who comes in and out. You decide where the bills get paid. You decide when you play and when you work. You need to take that on. But let's not get too serious about this thing, okay? Because if we lose the pizzazz, we're just, a mechanical, I worked, slept, I ate. I worked, slept. It's got to be more than that. You need more than that. And a couple of weeks ago, my lovely partner, Chris, and her daughter and son-in-law went to Hawaii. Oh man, talk about playing. Talk about playing. We had a trip. And just waking up and looking at a landscape is like, oh my lands. But we decided to go snorkeling. That was one of the big things on our list, to go snorkeling. And I don't know when the last time you guys went snorkeling, but the last time I went snorkeling was like 30 years ago. I have not snorkeled in a long time. And they have these new masks. And they're, do you ever see The Abyss, that movie? And they have these full face, it's all glass. And it's this newfangled mask where you don't need an actual, snorkel in your mouth, I'm old school. I was, you have these, you have this. You just put this thing on your face and you breathe into it. I couldn't get it. I couldn't figure it. It was just like freaked me out. Like, because when you're used to having something in your mouth and then you don't, I'm like, how am I breathing in this thing? And then the snorkel comes straight out of the top of your head. It's so bizarre. It's very cool. It's very cool. I don't want to scare anybody, but it's very cool. But I couldn't get it. I like, sometimes I feel the effects of this thing called asthma. So it somehow triggered my asthma. I put this thing on my face and I'm in the water and I'm kicking and I'm having an asthma attack. Like, how am I breathing and seeing this whole world? Like, I freaked myself out. Here I am supposed to be having the time of my life in Hawaii and I'm freaking out. I'm going, this is not going to work. Okay. I had to come in and take all the apparatus off and sit there like, okay, I've got to do this. I did not come all the way to Hawaii not to snorkel. So that night I went to the local little place, a little shopping mall, and I bought an old fangled mask and a snorkel. I'm like, I'm gonna figure this thing out, right? I'm going old school, right? And so the next day or so, we went back to the beach, and they're all snorkeling. Okay, I've got my equipment, right? Right? And I'm trying to figure it out because it's been 30 years since I snorkeled. So I'm like trying to figure it out. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. I've got the thing in, and all of a sudden, I got it. Like, and I started kicking. I'm out there like a scuba diver. And we're out there on the reef, and soon I'm seeing fish of all sorts of colors and just wildlife. It's just everywhere. And I'm swimming further and further out, breaking myself out again, right? I'm looking back and like they're way over there. They're like little people on the shore, right? I'm like, but I'm having my experience. And soon I'm over the coral reef. And there it is, a sea turtle. A sea turtle munching on the coral reef. Just, this thing, I was just like, I just stopped and like floated around, just became one with that sea turtle, and then I like, okay, let's leave the sea turtle alone to eat, and kicked around a little bit and went over here, went over there. And then I'm like, I want to go back and see the sea turtle. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to see the sea turtle. So I went back and just hung out with the sea turtle. And it was, I had the experience that I came all the way to Hawaii to have. And I felt that surge of adrenaline, just like I'm complete. I'm whole again. Like years of, work and doing what I'm supposed to do, just all melted away as I became one with this little sea turtle. It was about this big. And, it was little flippers. It was very busy eating. And then all of a sudden, it like started surfacing. It needed air. I'm like, oh yeah, they breathe air just like I do. I came up and got a little bit of air. Dove down. And I like dove down next to it. And I realized that I can't hold my breath with this thing in my mouth and water's coming out. I'm like, surface. I gotta surface, right? But you know how you lose yourself in the moment, especially when you're witnessing something natural like that? I had an experience, and it was an out of body, like becoming one with all the, I don't quite know how to describe it to you other than if you know what I'm talking about, you need to do it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to find something in your life that you think you know what I'm talking about and do it. And maybe it's in your art. Maybe it's playing the guitar. Maybe it's taking a nature walk. But lose yourself in your play so much that you forget that you're even playing and you become the play. You know, that, my friends, is why we are here. Is for God to have the event as you, having that experience is why we're here. I mean, the pleasure I got out of that, it will last lifetimes. I mean, I want to go back right now just to have another experience with the turtle, you know? And that's why I believe that we're here. Back to my talk. In our Declaration of Principles, Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote, "We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it." In that moment with the turtle, me floating around, I became conscious of my divinity. I mean, it was so much bigger than just me watching a sea turtle, right? I don't even know how to describe, I just woke to my greatness, you know? Ernest Holmes goes on, "We believe that the ultimate goal of life is to be complete freedom from all discord of any nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. So I invite you to find your own sea turtle in your life. Find something that gives you that experience of oneness. Again, you have something that gives you joy and pleasure. It wakes you up in the morning, puts you to sleep at night. That's why we're here. Now, all the other stuff that we need to do, you know, and tuning up our car and balancing our checkbook and, you know, going to the store and making sure our insurance is paid, if you're into that sort of thing, is the things that maintain us so that we can have these experiences, right? Isn't that what it's all about? As we recognize that we are playing with the divine at all times, we connect to those divine qualities of freedom and joy that flow naturally from that deep connectedness with the heaven within. A lack of discord or a release of the need to struggle emerges in our life, and we live from this new perspective, from this new place. That's what this teaching is all about, is that, you know, I don't know what brought you in here, but I didn't come in because I was inspired. I stayed because I was inspired. I came in because I was desperate for something to change in my life. I really was at my wit's end with the way I was living. But I found something in here. I found myself in here. I found a new joy. I found a freedom from all discord in here. And that's what keeps me in here. So comes my 3 talking points. Number 1, get your foundations right. Playing Twister. It's important to get your foundation right. You'll need that correct mat with all the dots on it. And you'll need to place it on a solid floor. You don't want to do this on the steps, right? You don't want to play Twister on the stairs. And you want to do it with your bare feet, because in socks, you might slip around a little bit. And you want to, if you're going to play the game, you play it right. You know, if you're going to play a musical instrument, find a good one that stays in tune. It helps so much. I was trying to play this bass for years that never stayed in tune. I wonder why I always sounded like I was out of tune. Because I was. Because my instrument would not stay in tune. So once I, moved up to a Fender class bass, it stayed in tune for me. And then I couldn't blame it on my bass anymore. That's a whole other set of experiences. So the same is true for building a deeper relationship with your God, or whatever you choose to call it, Great Spirit, Christ consciousness, whatever your word is for the energy that created you. That's your business. But I think we can agree that something powerfully, magically is happening. That we are thinking things into existence. Getting your spiritual foundation right means having a reasonable grasp on the basic principles of the science of mind, at least for me. Knowing how these things work, that energy flows where our attention goes. If our attention is on the challenge, then we're holding the challenge in place. Again, this is not to deny any challenge you may be going through. It's to not spend so much time concentrating on the challenge. What does your challenge look like resolved? What does a miracle look like in your life? If your challenge was completely healed, what would you be doing? And start moving your energy towards that. That's how a healing takes place. That's how a revealing of truth takes place. We need to be open to the idea that spirit is more than just a proper, serious, grown-up thing. Rather, spirit, in all that is included in the expression of all that we are. It's everywhere. It can't be separated. You have never not been part of the infinite flow. You know, people come in and they say, well, I want to be more spiritual. You are never going to be any more spiritual than you are right now, because you were born with it. You are going to awaken to the spirituality that you have. That's what enlightenment is all about. So enlighten up. Enlighten up, man. Have some fun. And right now, the world needs fun. Now, again, this doesn't mean that we don't look at this situation very seriously. Very seriously. There are some things happening in the world that are very challenging. We need to see the answer. We need to see the resolution and know that, you know, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I know God does. That's where my faith is that there is a power that knows what it's doing, and my faith is in that power doing it. That's all we can do is pray. Pray knowing it is already done. It is already solved, and there's peace right here and right now. And then Ernest Holmes' papers, Ernest Holmes wrote, God sings all the songs. God dances all the dances, paints all the pictures, and creates all the art, and writes every book, and plays every game. Ours is to be present while it's happening. We get to be that person floating on the water, watching the sea turtle. That's all we have to do is observe it. That's our whole deal, is to observe with love. Can you do that without complaining? Talking point number 2, up close and personal. When we play Twister, we are intertwined and find ourselves up close and personal in all kinds of unexpected and interesting ways. Can you be that way with the divine? Can you be intertwined with the divine in such a close proximity that you don't know where it leaves off and you begin? But truly, it is as close as your breath, because it is your very breath. It can't not be. It is your very hands. It is your very skin, because it is who and what we are. Playing Twister with God is the same. No matter what we think will happen, we are continually intertwining in unexpected ways with the infinite spirit. Life changes. Surprises happen. Failures do occur. But so do wild successes. It all happens. Don't let your challenges be so insurmountable that you forget why you came here. Is to float, to breathe through your snorkel, and to observe the little sea turtle eating off the coral. So left foot yellow, right foot blue, left hand green. Number 3, be ready to laugh. Be ready to laugh. I mean, next week, we may be able to take off these little safety precautions and move about this life that we've created without masks. Wow, just the idea of that. Hallelujah! I've been saved. If you believe in that sort of thing. But when were you ever unsaved? Is my question. This is a whole topic for another title. Title for another topic. Okay. Be ready to laugh. Twister is going to happen. And are we willing to embrace the play of it? If you can look at what you're doing and have some fun, you invite the spiritual energy right into it. Even if it's something mundane like balancing your checkbook. Maybe do a little happy face in the zeros. I don't know. Find a way to make it fun so that you smile. And the minute you do, in comes that divine wave of love. So again, as Ernest Holmes says, if we are to know God, we must be joyful. Let go of the confusion that tells us that spirituality is serious and play and laughter and joy are frivolous and unimportant. Joy is the most infallible sign in the presence of God. Right?
Yeah.
Right? That was Teilhard de Chardin. When we make the space inside ourselves to really laugh, sometimes at ourselves, and you know who you are, to live in the expression of joy, we are being our most God self. So in conclusion, this week, with the wonder of joy and play in our hearts, let's explore new ways to have fun. Let's seek ways to play and to giggle and to guffaw at ourselves and to celebrate the unimaginable beauty of a life spent playing Twister with God. So it is. As we're to follow our teaching, we need a little prayer here for play. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you choose to believe that the power of creation is for you. The sun is shining. The moon is glowing. The wind is blowing. Our heart is beating, and our body is breathing the air. All of these things are being generated by a divine energy, always manifesting, always creating, always recycling itself from nothing into something and back into nothing. Each one of us is a divine expression of that power, united in that field of all opportunity, and in such we find ourselves. So I speak a prayer of peace today, knowing and activating that divine energy in everyone who chooses to remember who they are, and even those who may have forgotten. Knowing that love is truly the glue that holds everything together. And we activate that love, that energetic, by being the love in our lives. By knowing that miracles happen. I may not know what you're walking through, but I know that the creative energy, the wisdom that created you does. And as we move our attention from our challenge to what we believe the creative energy of the universe is. It is activated, and miraculous things begin to happen and are happening in our lives right here and right now. As we begin to play, to love and be loved, a new energy is happening in the world right here and right now. Whatever it may look like, we turn away from that, not to deny it, but not to give it any more power. And we turn into God. We turn into love. We literally turn into love. And as we do, a new world is born. A new idea of peace is being midwifed into existence right here and right now. So we let go of what previously no longer works. We move into love. How good it is to know that love always prevails. I know that right here and right now, love is working in each one of our lives in such a grandiose way, in such a powerful way, that our lives, our world, our universe is transformed by the renewing of our mind. And it is good and so good. How good it is to know that we don't need to worry because God is in charge. That we don't need to fix anything because God fixes everything. That ours is to just readjust our focus onto the creative energy of the universe. And that is being done right here, right now, 7. So it is in that gratitude of it already being done that we smile within ourselves. Because truly a miracle is happening right here and right now. So we let go. We release this word directly into that living, loving law where it is already turned into a miracle. As we affirm this together by saying, Amen. Okay, well, it's time for us to take an offering for the day. So if you'd like to take your offering and put it on your heart, or if you're just bringing your heart, that's enough. Let's put our hands on our heart today and let's affirm this together. I
Place my entire focus on God within as the only cause of my prosperity. And I give freely and joyously, and so it is.
Amen. Treasure.
So there's a principle that says that when we give abundantly, joyously, freely, we receive abundantly, joyously, and freely. And so there was an invitation today in the message to turn the mundane into something fun. And so last week I introduced a new song for you for offertory. We're going to do that one together again, and hopefully you got it this time. You can join me. God loves a cheerful giver, ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver, ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver, ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver, ha, 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 ha. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. Whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Ha, 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 ha. Let's do that time. God loves a cheerful giver. Ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver. Ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver. Ha, 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 ha. God loves a cheerful giver. Ha, 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 ha.
Well, it's time for us to bless our offertory. So.
Let's read laughing.
Yes.
Yes, let's read laughing.
So, in that spirit of laughter, we bless these gifts. We bless the giver and the receiver. knowing that this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is a place where people can come and remember who they are. And we are all so blessed to have this in our community. We give great thanks and allow these gifts to multiply, divide, and to be the love of this community in a way that makes us laugh. So it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's time for our closing song. So.
Aha. I bet you know this one. Everybody stand up, stand up. Hey, pretty soon we might be able to stand in a circle.
Ah, ooh, oh, my
Oh, that would be
goodness.
exciting. All right, you know this one. I'm gonna need a lot of help. Okay, you ready? Joy to the world. All the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Come on, say it again. Joy to the world. All the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Turtles. Joy to you and me. Just that last part. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. All right, everybody, have a great week.
So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
I think it,
I feel it,
I feel it,
and I know it.
I know it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is,
Just the way that it is known.
just the way that it's done.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, Lord.
Have an awesome week, everybody. Blessings, much love.